Nice sunny and dry days ahead all the way through Friday. Also staying on the cold side. We will have those lows in the upper 20s, the low 30s, highs in the 50s, only topping off around 60. And then some rain possible this weekend. All those details coming up.
Right now on News Channel 6, taking a break from the hospital for a joyful shopping spree. A special night for some outstanding children. Also, it had so much traffic this time of year. How law enforcement says we can stay safe on the roads during the holiday season. And how about this, a title coming to the CSRA. Highlights from the homecoming and from the championship for Greenbrier. As News Channel 6 at 10 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF, News Channel 6 at 10 on MeTV.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Brad Means. Thanks for joining us as coverage you can count on begins with the Richmond County Sheriff's Office investigating a shooting. It happened tonight on Telfair Street. Deputies got there and found one man shot. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead about 7:30 tonight. That investigation, as you might imagine, just getting started. Local burn patients are getting the chance to go on a shopping spree with pediatric doctors from Doctors Hospital. Nikita Dennis takes us there.
For them, they've been through some things that maybe aren't so pleasant. You know, burns aren't very pleasant to deal with a lot of times, and they have these treatments and everything, and that's where their care team, they bond with them. But this is a chance to be away from that and do some fun stuff.
Doctors are putting smiles on many faces this holiday season as burn patients walk inside the Evans Walmart for Shop with a Doc, a chance for them to shop for gifts worth $100. It's something the Burn Foundation of America and Doctors Hospital have done for several years.
Provide transportation, prescription assistance, and various other services to those that are being treated right here in Augustus.
It's also a chance to help build a relationship between the patients and doctors.
So the treatment of a burn injury doesn't happen overnight. You know, they spend a little bit of time with us. So, you know, it becomes a family. And the event tonight is exactly what our goals are, which is bringing a child or an adult back to being a functional member of society.
This is normal for them. We see them, you know, when they're injured, when they have burns, not at their normal state. And so seeing them come back here to go shopping at Walmart, it's our chance to see them when they're feeling normal.
But this is all about spreading love and care.
A lot of love here. And I think you can see, just like every day at work, it's a tremendous team that's needed to take care of a burn patient, and we have a tremendous team here tonight.
In Evans, Nikita Dennis, WJBF, News Channel 6.
Oh, what a beautiful night, and hope all those kids keep getting better and healthier each and every day. Jenna, pretty night for a shopping spree.
Yeah, very nice conditions tonight. Very cold, though, but I'm sure we're getting used to that at this point. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Of course, those temperatures will continue to stay pretty cold now that we're getting close to Christmas time, but we are pretty below average for this time of the year even. Here's a live look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam over at Augusta Regional Airport. Today's low temperature, you could see, was several degrees below average. We were at 29 degrees earlier this morning, only made it to 57 in the afternoon. A cool Tuesday it was with sunny skies. Temperatures right now are already into the mid-30s, so there could already be some frost forming on your windshields. 36 in Allendale and Barnwell, 35 in Evans. Waynesboro, a little bit warmer at 41 degrees. Wrightsville at 39. Washington at 37. Notice we have the clear sky icons, but we do have some high-level clouds, sort of what we're seeing here as the background of this graphic. And there it is on satellite and radar, all those high-level clouds across the CSRA and across much of the southeast. High pressure is exiting off the coast, and a cold front is moving in. This will come in tomorrow. It is a dry front, though. Notice no rain associated with it. This will just bring even reinforcing dry and cold air behind it. So even though we have a little bit more moisture with the cloud cover, since they're high-level thin clouds, still seeing those dew points only in the low 30s. So still pretty dry with calm winds, 0 miles per hour in Aiken, only 3 in Augusta. All of us under 5 miles per hour. So calm winds tomorrow morning in the upper 20s to low 30s, so below freezing once again. Sunny and dry on Wednesday. We'll have those cool days still in the upper 50s. And then as we go into the weekend, temperatures will stay pretty consistent. But the change is that we could see some rain. I'll have all those details coming up shortly, but back to you, Brad.
All right, Jenna, thanks. Well, there are more resources now for people who do not have a home. A new mobile shower and laundry unit opening in Augusta. They cut the ribbon today at the Salvation Army Center of Hope, funding provided by Aetna. The Salvation Army already does mobile showers through its partnership with Project Refresh. The area commander says these additional showers are going to help even more people in need. And while they're out there working hard, Compass for Hope is working its mobile showers throughout the community. And shout out to the Augusta Rescue Mission for the laundry services that it provides. The investigation continues into the death of a... Still ahead, a look at the chilly temps for the rest of the week. Jenna breaks that down for us. And an update on the state of the Bell Auditorium. They've been working hard to renovate that local landmark. How are they doing, and when can we go back there? We'll let you know.
Is our middle name.
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Good Tuesday evening, another very cold night. Here's our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam over in Aiken. Temperatures are already getting very close to freezing. We're at 35 degrees, so already in that frost territory. Expect some of that on your windshields again tomorrow morning. Dew point of 32 degrees, winds are calm at 3 miles per hour. A lot of us in the 30s now. Still seeing 43 in Swainsboro, but only 34 in Thompson, McCormick at 35. Barnwell and Bamberg, you're at 36 and 39 over in Wrightsville. High pressure has been in control. That's moving off towards the east, and we do have a cold front moving in. Also, you'll notice a lot of clouds here on satellite radar, but these are all high-level clouds. Those are those thin, wispy clouds we see in the sky, so really not impacting us too much. It still looks clear for the most part, and mostly sunny skies for tomorrow. Once again, starting out around 29 degrees, warming up to the upper 50s, so pretty consistent with how it has been. We'll continue to see the possibility of frost and sub-freezing temperatures all the way through Saturday. Then as we go over into the weekend, those low temperatures will warm up as we have more clouds moving in, and finally a chance of rain once again starting Saturday night and most of that on Sunday. And we'll get into that in just a moment. But in the meantime, not much happening. Here's tomorrow at 6 a.m. There's that weak cold front coming through. That won't bring us any rain, just some reinforcing cold and dry air in behind it. Wednesday night into our Thursday, completely clear. Not much happening, as I mentioned, across the CSRA for the next couple of days. High pressure still in control all the way through Friday. But then our next weather maker will be this Gulf low that develops. And we have two possible scenarios here. One scenario is that this moves more inland. So it goes up the Florida Panhandle and then across Georgia. And that would be pretty much worst case scenario. That would be some heavy rain and high winds for us. Second possibility is that it moves more across the west coast of Florida and then out into the Atlantic, staying offshore, and that would only bring us more so light rain and breezy winds, not quite as gusty. But let's look at that first case scenario. This would bring a lot of rain starting Saturday night, a lot of it on Sunday as that low pressure pretty much moves right over us. You'll notice a lot of heavy rain possible and definitely those gusty winds as that low is centered over us. And this continues all the way until our Monday morning, so it takes a longer time to move through. But keep in mind, there is still the possibility that it could move more so out into the Atlantic, and then we'll have much lesser impacts. But in the meantime, going with a 30% chance of rain for your Saturday night, 50% for Sunday. Our lows tonight will be in the upper 20s to low 30s. Highs tomorrow will be in the upper 50s to low 60s. And before we get to that 10-day forecast, shout out to Millbrook Elementary School. I visited 5 kindergarten classes the other day over in Aiken. Had a blast. They learned a lot about the weather. Your 10-day forecast showing those cool temperatures for the rest of this week, mostly sunny skies, and then that chance of rain Saturday night through next Monday.
Love it. All right, Jenna, thanks a lot.
Yep.
Renovations at the Bell Auditorium continue. It's going to be back open. And last but not least, a 33-year holiday tradition kicking off up in Woodbridge, New Jersey.
It's happening at a special place many families love to visit during the season.
Jim Vassell takes us to a model train show.
Everybody who walks in through the door, everything is left outside the door. What politics they belong to, what religion, what race, Everything is left outside the door. I mean, when everybody comes in here.
And last but not least, a 33-year holiday tradition kicking off up in Woodbridge, New Jersey.
It's happening at a special place many families love to visit during the season.
Jim Vassell takes us to a model train show.
Everybody who walks in through the door, everything is left outside the door. What politics they belong to, what religion, what race, everything is left outside the door. I mean, when everybody comes in here, everybody is the same. And that's really what it's all about.
This is part of holiday magic we savor as kids and chase as adults. Holiday model train shows like this are becoming few and far between.
It gives me a break from reality, basically.
But as long as Mike Gillespie is the conductor, the Barron Arts Center in Woodbridge will continue this beautiful Christmas tradition. For 33 years, he's been the mastermind behind the train show, a free event that draws the young and young at heart. Like Charlie Bilahowski and his grandson, Owen.
Just to hope that he would like it and enjoy the trains and stuff.
Like any artist, Gillespie started small and expanded his world, which has nods to the Jersey Shore, New Jersey Transit, and State Police. It's not just his hobby, it's his gift to the world.
I think everyone that comes here will be thoroughly amazed.
To visit on the weekends or the week of Christmas, you can call ahead and reserve a time. Otherwise, you're free to walk in and come along for the ride.
When I'm dead and gone, I'm hoping I left some memories in kids and children that they remember this when it's no longer around.
They'll never forget it. It's wonderful.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah, it
detail,
is.
a lot of trains.
Yeah, I've never seen something like that before.
Me neither. Nice.
Well, for our forecast this week, we're going to continue to stay sunny and dry each day, along with some pretty cool temperatures, topping off at 60 degrees tomorrow, upper 20s though for your morning, and then warming up only to 34 for Thursday morning, back down to 27 Friday morning, mostly sunny still. Then a chance of rain comes into the picture Saturday night. Sunday looks like a pretty rainy day with some windy conditions possible, staying in the upper 50s to low 60s, and then drying out next week as we go into the first day of winter next Thursday.
All right, thank you, Jenna, and thank you for watching. We're back at the top of the hour on News Channel 6 at 11.
Thursday's the first day of winter?
Yeah, next Thursday.
Why is it so cold?
I know.
It needs to wait.
It's already meteorological winter, technically, though.
Gotcha. We don't have to wait for Hogan's Heroes. It's next, right here on ETV.
America.
We'll continue to have nice sunny days, keeping it dry, but also very cold. We'll be sub-freezing again tonight. A lot of us into the upper 20s, only warming up into the 50s to around 60 degrees tomorrow. And then over the weekend, we have the possibility of some rain again. All those details coming up.
Right now on News Channel 6 at 11, young patients from a local hospital go shop with a doc. We'll take you there. Also ahead, saving a fire station. How city leaders want to preserve the old facility at Dias Park. And staying safe while you navigate all this holiday traffic. As News Channel 6 at 11 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 11.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Brad Means. Thanks for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins with a special shopping spree for
Being here tonight.
In Evans, Nikita Dennis, WJBF News Channel 6.
It is time now for a first check of our weather. Jenna standing by on another cold night.
Yeah, that's right, Brad. This morning was very, very cold. I'm sure some of you saw some frost on your windshields or on the street outside. We even had some freezing fog. It was very, very cold. We had temperatures in the upper 20s last night, and we'll be similar to that tonight. Here's a live look in at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam over in Aiken. It's dry and mostly clear outside. We had a high temperature of 57 degrees with lots of sunshine today. Our low this morning in Augusta was 29 degrees. That puts us around 10 degrees below average. And right now we're already in that frost territory. As soon as we see temperatures around 36 degrees or below, that's when we have the possibility of frost. Right now in Augusta at 35 degrees, 33 in Evans and McCormick, 32 right at freezing in Aiken, a little bit warmer down towards the south, 41 in Swainsboro. Sylvania, you're at 38, 35 in Gibson and Crawfordville, 37 in Edgefield. We have some high-level clouds passing by. These are those thin, wispy clouds you see way up high in the sky, so really not impacting us too much. Still looks mostly clear. High pressure in control, but we do have a cold front approaching. This is a dry front. Notice no rain with it, but it will bring in some reinforcing cold and dry air behind it. Dew points are already pretty low. We have dry air in place now, upper 20s to low 30s, and our winds are very calm. This is what allows our temperatures to fall down into the 20s a lot of times, and we have such calm winds, and that's exactly the case, only up to 4 miles per hour at the highest. So calm winds tomorrow, 30 degrees at 5 a.m., then dipping into the upper 20s, 32 at 8 a.m., so sub-freezing again tonight, possible frost. Sunny and dry on Wednesday afternoon. Cool days still, upper 50s to around 60 degrees. And then over the weekend, temperatures will stay pretty consistent, but we will introduce the chance of some rain. I'll have that full 10-day forecast coming up shortly, but back to you, Brad.
All right, Jenna, thanks. Augusta leaders
No choice, so that they don't always have to bring a ton of metal with them everywhere they go.
The new service expected to be running by 2030, and this is the same project that we told you would link Charlotte to Atlanta, with stops in Augusta, Athens, and Greenville. Up next, look at the forecast. Jenna is back with that. Also ahead, current and former NFL players speaking out about mental health. The story, as coverage you can count on, continues.
I was only now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live 5/6.
Welcome back. I want to start out with a shout out to Millbrook Elementary School over in Aiken. I visited 5 kindergarten classes the other day and had a great time teaching them all about the weather. Super sweet kids. So thank you, Millbrook, for having me. And now, as we take a live look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam over at Washington Road, a dry night, definitely some frost possibly forming now as temperatures are in the mid-30s, 35 in Augusta. Calm winds, dry air still in place with a dew point of 32 degrees. And speaking of 32, that's what we have in Aiken right now, right at the freezing mark. 34 in Edgefield, 36 in Sparta and Sandersville, warmer down in Swainsboro, 41. But for the most part, a lot of 30s with high pressure along the East Coast. Notice a lot of clouds here. Now, these aren't very low-level clouds like the type of clouds we have with rain. Instead, these are those high-level, wispy, cirrus clouds. So really not impacting us too much. Still looks mostly clear outside. And we have a cold front approaching, and it's a dry front, so it won't bring us any rain. We'll still have mostly sunny skies tomorrow as well. This will just bring in some reinforcing cold and dry air. Upper 20s to start your Wednesday, only warming up to the upper 50s to around 60 degrees. We'll have the possibility of frost all the way through our Saturday morning, but then by Sunday, we'll warm up by around 10 degrees, and that'll be due to more clouds and the possibility of some rain on the weekend. 30% for a Saturday night, 50% for a Sunday. A very tricky forecast, which we'll get into in just a moment. But in the meantime, tomorrow, there's that cold front coming through. As you can see, not much happening with it. The clouds will mostly be staying to our south. It'll be a little bit breezy, winds coming in from the northwest, bringing in the cold air, high pressure setting back up, and we'll keep it dry all the way through Saturday morning. Then we'll have this Gulf low develop, and depending on where this moves, that'll really determine what setup we have this weekend. So the first scenario is that it moves across the Florida Panhandle and then inland into Georgia, and then of course impacting us with heavy rain, high winds, and it will last Saturday night through Monday. Second scenario is that it moves across the west coast of Florida and then out into the Atlantic, staying mostly offshore, only bringing us some light rain and breezy winds. But here's that first case scenario. So this is Saturday at 5 p.m. We'll see that rain creeping into our southern line counties as that low crosses into Florida and all those outer rain bands of it moving in. Now this is a non-tropical low, but doesn't really matter. Still would bring us a lot of heavy rain and some high winds all the way through our Monday morning. So definitely something we're keeping a close eye on, but once again, keep in mind the possibility that it could stay in the Atlantic and not bring us many impacts. But as of now, going with that 50% chance of rain for Sunday, and those temperatures staying in the upper 50s to around 60 degrees. Once again, the rain chance is for Saturday night through Monday morning. Then next week, we'll dry back out, back to sunshine as well as we go into the first day of winter next Thursday. Definitely will feel like it with those lows in the 30s.
It sure will. It sure does already.
Yeah, that's right.
Thanks a lot, Jenna. Current and former NFL
From Lionel Smith Limited, limited to only the finest in men's clothing.
Well, if you want to, you can now enjoy a cold drink right alongside your dog. The Jones Soda Company launching a line of craft dog soda. The company says the drinks are made for dogs. They're not carbonated. There are 3 flavors, chicken, beef, and a holiday-themed turkey and gravy flavor. Now, they really are supposed to be for dogs, but the company says people can try them too. A 4-pack is $25.
Love it. I used to collect the Jones soda bottles.
Oh, so you're familiar.
I am very familiar. There used to be a cool store back where I lived in Texas that sold a bunch of those and old-fashioned candies and all sorts of cool stuff.
Well, it sounds good, and why not give the dog a treat?
Yeah, I'll have to get one of those.
Yeah, me too.
Well, for our forecast this week, we are going to stay sunny and dry with temperatures staying pretty cold, at least for the late nights and early mornings. We'll be in the upper 20s to low 30s, highs in the mid to upper 50s to around 60 degrees tomorrow. Temperatures stay the same over the weekend, but we'll also have the chance of rain Saturday night through Monday.
All right, Jenna, thanks, and thank you all for watching. We appreciate it. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow.